Welcome to the Weekly Thrive Report. Me, Greg Eel, the Culture Change Agent. First and foremost, I am outrageously blessed, I am honored, and I am grateful. This past weekend, we kicked off my first ever national live tour in Charlotte, North Carolina with my boy Desmond Scott, CEO of Prime Fitness. And when I tell you, it was a phenomenal experience. Over 50 people in the audience. Age range was from like 18 to 70. I mean, the energy was astounding in there. I'm talking about we went from 3 to 8:30. Mind you, it was only supposed to go from 4 to 7:30. We had the four corners of networking, we had the live podcast going, we had the Q&As. It was just an amazing event, and most importantly, it was so pivotal for me because I had so many people that meant so much to me, that have helped me step by step, have believed in me when nobody else believed in me. It gave money when nobody else wanted to donate, wanted to support, whatever, and they were here to commemorate my first ever tour. So I'm just glad that we were able to add a lot of value, and most importantly, we were able to stretch ourselves. Because remember, I told y'all this summer is the summer of stretching. And I'm from Durham, North Carolina. I don't live in Charlotte, and I had 50 plus people. Mind you, many of them I did not know. Come support the event, and not only support it, get value from it. Man, I am just blessed for that. And guess what? I don't want you to miss something real quick though. There were people in Charlotte I know personally. They went to my school. They follow me online. They say they're the biggest supporters and they weren't there. And I don't hold no grudge. Maybe 5 years ago I would have held a grudge, but guess what? Now I realize one thing. One, I'm only focusing on people that do support me. When you're there, that one-to-one, that eye connection, you spent money to come to, I'm giving my value to you, and I'm not thinking about those who don't support you. Because some of y'all right now, you got your business, you got your first product, and you're realizing, you're crying like, why are my friends not supporting me? Why is my family not supporting you? Just focus on those that I don't care if it's just one person, just focus on that one person you do, because you know, guess what? You focus on that one person goes two, that two person goes three, and it keeps on continuing to grow, and it keeps on growing and expanding. So I just challenge you with that, because I guarantee you support enough people, the people will come, and guess what? Your solution can't solve everybody's problem. Because if they did not come, it could just be because your solution and what you're trying to solve is not right for their problem. So don't take it to heart. So as you can tell, I'm on pumped up, I'm on fire, and one of the main questions everybody asks in the small mini group session from 3 to 4 is, Greg, how do you stay motivated? How do you stay on fire? This just seems these last few years, you had the podcast, you got the book, now you dropping the album, now you're having a conference. Like, how do you stay motivated and on fire? And I want to say how I do it personally, but I also want to share 3 things that whoever you are, whatever you're doing, wherever you're at, how you can stay on fire and stay motivated. And side note, if you want to know even how to find your motivation, all that stuff, look at my past videos, alright? So personally, to be honest, the reason why I stay on fire, I have no net. If you read my book before, you know a couple years ago I lost $20,000 in a night. $10,000 was my own personal money, $5,000 was credit cards, and $5,000 was a personal loan. Unfortunately, because of that bad financial decision, credit, horrible, personal savings wiped out, and I'm still recovering. My credit's a lot better than it was, but I'm still recovering. Personal savings, I've put all my personal savings into this concept, into my business, into my brand, into everything. 401k, I cashed that out to sponsor this conference and sponsor my future things. So I have no choice but to dominate, because guess what? If I don't dominate, I'm back homeless. If I don't dominate, I'm back on the streets. I'm back sleeping in the library. So I have a different gear, different mentality, because I have no net. E.T. said it best, when you have no net, either you walk across that line or you fall to the wayside. But let me make it more tangible, more relatable, right? The first way, and I think I've said it before, but I gotta reiterate it because people are not getting it. Realize that somebody is counting on you. And the next step of that is you have to identify in your head who that person is. Case in point, myself. Realize, one, my brother's counting on me, my friends are counting on me, because guess what? During this tour, I'm working with my friend group, people I grew up with, that are helping out with every capacity in my event. And when I know somebody else is counting on me, I can let myself down. There's been many a times I went off the year for a grid. There's been many times I've been depressed. I've ignored phone calls because I can let myself down, but I can't let anybody else down. When they're counting on me to show up, when they're counting on me to release that video, when they're counting on me to do the things I said I'm going to do, I cannot let them down. But many of us, we fail because it's only us. We keep our dream inside us. We keep our goals inside us, because guess what? It's easy for us to go to sleep when we know we should be doing something. But when you have somebody that is depending on you, it's a whole different situation. Second point is you need to look at the pigeons in your life. Okay, great. You getting all up base with this analogy. What do you mean? Let's think about birds, right? Have you ever seen a pigeon flying with a group of eagles? 9 times out of 10 you haven't. Have you ever seen a tiger living with zebras? It don't really work like that. Case in point, there's some habits that you have in your life, right? That are not going to allow you to stay motivated. There's some foods that you're eating right now that is not going to allow you to have the energy to sustain your fire and sustain what you're going to do. There's some people that are in your life right now that are not going to allow you to stay on fire because they don't want to see you blow up. That are not going to allow you to level up because they want to be around you. They want to take, they want to steal, they want to grab, they want to do all this stuff. There are some habits that you have hitting the snooze button. There are some habits that you have drinking alcohol, doing all stuff that are not going to allow you to take it to the next level. So all I really am saying when I say pigeons, get the pigeons out your circle, is realize what is the pigeon in my life? Is it my habits? Is it my friends? Is it the things that I'm doing? Is it destructive things I'm doing? Is it my parents? I don't know what it is, but you got to find that pigeon and you got to get it out your circle. Because there's no way I can stay on fire if I'm still doing the bad things that got me off track. The bad things that had me depressed, the bad things that had me homeless, the bad things that had me doing all the stuff I shouldn't have been doing, but now I have no choice but to stay on fire because I've realized and I've identified what the pigeons are in my life, and I got them out the way. And last but certainly not least, the third thing that can allow you to stay on fire, and this is the deepest point right here, so I need you to hear me, right? Focus on creation and not confirmation. Hear me out. There's a lot of people that's waiting on confirmation that they are going on the right path. Confirmation on the ideas. Confirmation on the relationships they're in. Confirmation on all these things, whether it's the ideas, the relationships, their business thoughts, all this confirmation on how beautiful they are, their business idea, all these things, instead of consistently creating. When you're consistently creating what I do, create another conference, create an album, create a YouTube series, create a tour. But if I'm working about confirmation, I'm asking people, should I do this tour? Should I make an album? Should I become a professional speaker? You're always in this affirmation joint, and guess what? You get stuck there. So the people that always focus on how can I create, how can I add more value, they continue to level up, continue to take things to the next level. But you right now, if you're stuck on trying to get confirmation for your ideas, or even worse, get somebody to tell you, okay, you should be doing this. It doesn't work like that. So I challenge you, if you didn't get anything I've said, make sure you focus crystal clear for the rest of the summer of creating stuff. Don't ask nobody else for no ideas. Don't ask nobody else for no money. Focus on creating. Ask yourself what I'm going to create. Ask yourself how much value you're going to add. And I guarantee you're going to take what you have right now, and you're going to quadruple it, quintuple it. I don't know what you're going to do with it, but it's going to be another level because guess what? You're taking the time to create while everybody else consuming. So now we're on to the weekly Thrive Report. The great things that happened to me, first and foremost, we have secured the venue for the Minority Trailblazer Conference coming to you in March 2018. I am excited. We will be going in, I can't say the venue just yet. I'm signing the paperwork in a couple weeks, but thank you, Sydney Evans, and Ray Bobbitt for whining and dining us. I mean, we had the whole experience. We went on a 5-event space tour last Thursday. We went to 5 different hotels. They pitched us different business ideas and options, and we settled on the one hotel we wanted to use and the host conference venue. So the Durham Visitors Bureau has been so helpful. Secondly, we had the Minority Trailblazer Conference in Charlotte, but most importantly, I got a chance to work with and partner with somebody that's an Aggie, somebody that's a friend of mine who has a business. And I'm all about, as I continue to grow, as we do conferences, we do tours, we doing CDs and all this stuff, I'm only collaborating. I'm not only collaborating, but I want to collaborate with people I know already have talent. They just don't have the exposure. So it meant a lot for me to be able to give him new business, pay him, and give him new business, and hopefully see his business continue to grow. And last but certainly not least, I had my first public disagreement. And when I say that, I posted a video online and somebody said, yo, Greg, I love your work, I love what you do, but I think you said this out of context and you need to clarify that and clean that up. One, they put it under my video, so I felt some type of way about it. But when I thought about it, I realized that I have hit a certain critical mass as far as with my influence and as far as people really listen to the words I say and read what I write. And I had to be more conscious and aware of some of my tact on certain things I say. So it was a very big growth moment, and it's going to help me move forward as I continue to grow on to not watch my words, not to not be my true self, but make sure I have a tact and approach to certain things that I do and say. My one area for improvement this week is building peace within my days. Honestly, right now I have so much work, so much life stuff going on that sometimes my days get out. I'm working from 4:30 a.m. all the way till 9, and I have to build in time to walk, build in time to think, build in great areas to take a nap or to do something fun, take a walk, or do something fun, because if I don't, I'm going to be working so much and this life is just going to get away from me. So I just focus and I'm better when I have free, clear, peaceful space. So that's one area of improvement I'm going to work on this week. My one recommended book, tool, or resource, Never Split the Difference by Chris Ross. This is a phenomenal book on negotiating. Shout out to Daryl Bellamy for referencing this book. So for any entrepreneurs, service professionals, or people in the business world that want to work on their negotiating skills, this is the book for you. So make sure you go check it out. The link is below in the YouTube comments. So my biggest takeaway of the week, without process, there is no progress. In every asset of my business, a lot of time takes writing marketing copy, researching different things, sending out emails. And a lot of that can be solved if I had efficient processes to enable the progress that I need. So going forward, I'm really focusing on process. What's the process on how to create my LinkedIn post? What's the process on how to create my Instagram post? And that will allow my business to grow and expand, but most importantly, empower and inspire more people. One goal for the week is to sell out DC Tour. I want to have a great time doing it, so that's my one goal for the week. And my only challenge to you is, and I need you to do this today, is to tell at least one person how great they are. We live in a society where people oftentimes don't know their strengths, don't know who really cares or supports them, and a lot of people really don't feel loved. So if anything, if I can give you one challenge today, is to tell somebody you know or somebody you've seen online, tell them how much they mean to you and tell them how great they are. That's all I got. So remember, I need you to do one thing, actually two things, and two things only. One, subscribe to this channel, probably share the video. And then two, remember to change the freaking culture. Good night. Alright, what song I'm gonna sing this week? I wanna know your name, man. I wanna know if you got a man. I wanna know everything. I wanna know your number and if I can come over and I wanna know what the like. I wanna know so I can do it all night. You tell me you're just a friend. You telling me I'm just a friend. Oh baby, you got what I need, got what I need. Say I'm just a friend.